a Transformers Revenge of the Fallen review. This time we're going to be looking at the highly anticipated Voyager class Starscream figure. And here we have Starscream in his vehicle mode, which is a F-22 Raptor, I believe it's called. It has the same alt mode as he does from the first movie. This is a entirely new mold, but he now has these tribal tattoos, or war paint if you want to call it, which you see him giving himself at the end of Transformers Revenge of the Fallen movie prequel Alliance #1. You see at the very end he's like taking his claw and like carving it into himself. It's pretty cool. He has the Decepticon logo right there and some unknown symbol right there, and a bunch of really cool looking designs here. He does have landing gear on the bottom. You can see the main one right here. I'm going to go ahead and fold this up, fold in a black piece, and then fold in the rest. And these wheels just fold in themselves. He is, like I said, he is an entirely new mold compared to the original one, and they improved just about everything with this mold. He has a lot less kibble on him now. The only real kibble that you see, which is a kind of an eyesore, is his hands sticking out here and his miniguns here. But other than that, it is perfectly seamless jet. Especially if you look at it from the front, it looks so much better. And the old one had these huge rotating guns on the side of on the bottom of the wing, and his legs and his everything is just kind of miserable to look at. But this makes up for it in every way. His main color as opposed to the platinum one that we got is back to the original kind of brownish tan for the first one, but it looks good on this. I don't mind the coloring on this at all, and the tribal tattoos really look cool to me. If you look on the rear, you can see he does have translucent orange engines on the back, jet engines, so that's another little add-on that they didn't have on the first one. So even just by the jet mode itself, I can highly recommend it, just because of how much of an improvement it is in this mode. Now before we get to the transformation itself, the missiles themselves are just stuck on the bottom. They do not fire at all. They're just stuck on these pegs. I'm not disappointed at all by no fire mechanism, because that's a overrated gimmick to begin with. I'm perfectly content with just these being stuck underneath them. So now to get to the transformation, we're just going to take off the missiles and discard them for now. Going to take the wings, snap them down to the side, and take this whole section on the bottom here, rotate it forward, take these remainders of the wings and fold them up. Fold in the nose cone while we're at it. Then take this entire section in the back, split it down the middle. As you can see, everything's starting to fold into place already. Once you get to here, we can discard the arms for now and just focus on these pieces here. Rotate these sections around to show these mechanical bits. Fold them all the way in. And this doesn't snap in place, it just kind of slides, as you can see it probably better from the back, like so. And then you want to, when you get to the back, to activate the Mech Alive, these have to be lined up just right. So it just takes a little bit of maneuvering to get it right. There we go. Then you can go, here's a kind of funny pose there. Rotate this piece down to form a leg, and the rest of that. Pull these down, and then those will become some heels. Rotate this around and make a foot. Let's do it again. Rotate around, make a foot. And this has a bunch of posability here. It would, if you want to go for his more chicken style leg, or give him a more normal leg. I prefer just leaving like that. It does even have a little bit of a natural kind of chicken look to it, so that I like that. But you can see later you want to give him as much height as you can. Okay, take these, fold them in so you see the little bit of tribal tattoos there. Now you can either pull these arms out like this and then rotate them, or just by turning them, the arms themselves will kind of, see, just turning, oh no you didn't, just turning the arms themselves will kind of force their way out, which I like to have the arms like this. Some people like to have the arms like that. That just looks kind of zombie-ish to me. This looks more natural, I think. Okay, so we can finish it up by rotating this piece down so you can still see the wings in the back. Fold them in half, and then fold it in half again. I'll explain what these are. I think these are supposed to resemble here in a second. There we go. And then last little bit, take the missiles you took off earlier and then put them back into the guns. And there you have it, Starscream in robot mode. Now, as for his, just like his jet mode, he is a lot more accurate to his on-screen counterpart. These little pieces are supposed to kind of slide out too, ever so slightly, but not much at all. These pieces I meant. He finally has hands. I'll show you in a second, but the first one did not have hands at all. He had claws on the outside of his guns. This one actually has almost functional hands, and it looks makes the world of difference, especially for however many people customized the first one just so he could have hands. Even the face itself is a lot more accurate. The first one is just kind of goofy in comparison with it. He has a kind of a weird looking grin with the way it's painted. And the posability is also really improved, especially in his he had the same amount of articulation in the legs in the first one, but that first one's just a lot more stiff and kind of difficult to work with. And you don't have to worry about the arms. On the first one, have the hinge that kind of folds like this. You don't have to worry about them this time. They will stay just in place. And of course, now he has his guns, and both of them, I said they would fire. Yep. There you go. His Mech Alive gimmick. As you can see, why I was so focused on getting those pegs and back to line up, because see those gears on the inside? Well, if you turn his head, you can see them moving around, which is real nifty. I like this a lot better than Automorphic, especially on this figure. It's really impressive, but it doesn't really need to base the whole figure design on it. He is a lot slimmer than the first one. I'll do a comparison, but he's overall just amazingly accurate and just real pleasing to the eye. Now let's compare him to the first movie figure. You can see he is almost the same height, but not quite. He is the new Starscream is just a little bit shorter. Not much though, but I don't think we have to worry about that. Especially, I'll mention that at the end. But you can see here, just this is the hinge I was talking about. This thing here, and I guess it's not really going to do, but this thing is just so bulky and just disgusting practically to look at. But then this one is just in every way improvement. And we'll compare him to, why not, to animated Starscream, where again he is just a little bit shorter. Overall, I am real impressed with this figure. I'm not disappointed in the slightest bit. If I had to go with a couple cons with this, I just wish he was a little bit bigger. But I might not have to worry about that because rumor is there's a confirmation that the next patent after Jetfire, of course, the next leader class figure will be Starscream. So if they can make a huge leader class Starscream about the same size as Optimus and Megatron, and give it a Optimus Prime quality leader class figure, I'm all for it. But even if they don't, this is just a great figure overall. I don't think we need a leader class just for the size, but this is a great figure in itself. So if you're really looking for a figure of accuracy to the movie and fun and just overall just impressive in every such way, I highly recommend him. He's definitely one of the most going to be the best figures out of the line so far. Alright, until next time, thank you for watching.